So I want to welcome everyone. I guess it's still, nope, it's now this afternoon. This has turned into one of our favorite events. These luncheons where we get to interact with students and graduation are really the high point of the year for us. So we're real thankful for that. I have a few things to share with you. We've hit a few milestones this year, and I know that many of you in the audience have connections to different parts of the university and know different things. So I'm just going to give you a few details that we're really proud of. We've continued to grow and stay strong. We grow at a pace that we can manage. We don't get out of control growth generally. Every so often it'll spike a little bit, but we're now the third largest college in the state of Nebraska. UNL and Metro are ahead of us, and we're creeping up that path. One of the things that I'm proud of, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that affect the students and their financials since we're here at a scholarship luncheon. But our students graduate with the third lowest debt in the state. Thank you, Steve. The Med Center and Shadron are slightly lower, but we're very close on that. And that's really due to a lot of the purpose of this is to help students fund education without going into debt. I know it's not completely possible, but we contribute in so many ways, keep our costs down, keep our tuition as low as we can, and then use other funds, donor funds, scholarship funds, endowment funds to help students so that they don't have to borrow. One of the most important things for graduates is to have no debt and be able to move into careers and into life with as little debt as possible. So we're real thankful for that. When I said third largest, I didn't think I said we're about 18,000 students now, all 50 states. Real proud of our growth and proud of our student accomplishments. One of the things that happened that came out just last week, there's a lot of rankings of colleges, and a lot of them we don't fit, but one came out that we knew was coming. It was done by the Carnegie Foundation, which classifies all colleges and schools. That's where you hear someone's R1 or they're a master's or a bachelor's. But Carnegie came out with a new classification. It's totally based on data that all colleges across the country provide through the Department of Education. And what it is it's ranking colleges on access and earnings, the student earnings after graduation. And the top ranking is higher earnings, higher access. And Bellevue is in the 16% of colleges in the country who ranked in higher earnings and higher access. And that's a real tribute to both the work that the students do during classes, because it's valued by their employers and they're getting promotions and they're getting job opportunities. But we're super proud of that. We're one of only 4 schools, colleges in Nebraska that hit that top ranking, and that just came out last week. So we're real proud of that and want students to know that we are giving you a leg up in your education and your opportunities when you graduate. The other thing that happened this fall was, I know a lot of you read about the Department of Ed, where it's going, accreditation, where it's going. We're hoping we have a 10-year clear path on sailing. We passed all of the accreditation review with 0 findings, 100% compliance, and I'm so thankful because I wouldn't want to be dealing with that this coming year, and that was plain and simply luck, but we're thrilled with it. It's allowing us to have a really straight path to adding new programs and creating new opportunities for students. And a couple of those, we're looking at another doctoral program in counselor education, a Master of Social Work, Masters of Science in Artificial Intelligence in our technology college. And then also, there's just no, AI is going through all of our curriculum, and we're working with it. What we're trying to do and there will soon be gen ed classes on it too. We're trying to educate people on what are the positive uses of it, how do you use it, what are the limits of it, when can you get yourself in trouble with AI, which has happened and probably will continue to happen. But I'm really thrilled. Our faculty have embraced it. A lot of colleges tried to bar it. That's like trying to have barred the internet back in 1970. There are things coming that you just have to work with and figure out, and certainly technology developments are among those. But thrilled with our progress, thrilled with our outcomes, especially on the student side, and so proud of the relationships that we have and your opportunity to meet some of the students, the donors who are funding them, and then the students to meet the people who are helping with education. It's a real privilege for us to have this luncheon, which leads me to my only job at this luncheon was to introduce two people who are going to share some of their experiences. But Starla and Dennis Letterman have been staunch supporters of Bellevue University. Starla is going to tell come on up while you'll just have to stand here and be a little embarrassed while I talk about you. But Dennis is a BU alum. Starla has some stories about it. Her parents, Ethel and Harley Urbane, longtime supporters. And that's one of the very, I think, cool things about Bellevue is not only donors follow generations, board members follow generations, faculty and staff follow generations. We really have kind of a large family of people who know and understand us, and who also know that we stay true to our mission and our vision. We don't lose sight of who we are. I'm sorry, it's allergy season. We don't lose sight of who we are, and we really do follow that. We're really focused on working students, helping them with careers, keeping their debt down, all of the things that I talked about. And that is kind of our true north, and it is held over years. And that's why people like Starla and Dennis stay with us. And I'm so thankful to both of them.
Thank you. Dennis is here to give me support. I'm not used to public speaking that much, so bear with me. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our background to start out with Bellevue University. My mom, dad, and myself moved down here in 1969. The college was pretty new. They had just built an auditorium so they could have basketball games and everything, and that place is still there. However, my sister was a cheerleader, and she came down when she came down to be with us. And so that was 1970. That was our introduction to Bellevue University. So we were present at basketball games and different things that happened in the auditorium. Dennis, we were mentioning, is an alumni from 2004. I stayed home and took care of the kids. I saw he did the accelerated program. I saw the back of his head and the front of a computer for a long time. However, it was all good. Now to get to mom and dad. I have a sister who lives in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We were blessed with wonderful, wonderful parents. They taught us so many things. They taught us that it was important to take care of people. They taught us to share. They taught us how important it was to go and look to the future, look for your goals. Find something you really love to do, something that makes you happy, so that someday when you go to work, it's not work, it's what you love. Through all of this, on discovering Bellevue University, Mom and Dad were blessed over and over so many times, and I believe that's because they were people. They love people, and if anyone ever needed something, Mom and Dad were there. If you needed a little leg up, Mom and Dad were there. You could never leave their house without receiving something before you left. If it meant a little basket of candy, which my dad loved the almond nuggets, Hershey's, that was a thing. You did not dare leave the house without having that. As far as our family, if they knew that we needed a little help, they were there. And anyone in the community, they were there. They were givers, and they taught this to us. So this, in the same way, they have given to Bellevue University for many years through scholarships. And we are just blessed to be able to keep this legacy going for Mom and Dad. And we thank you, and we congratulate all you who are working hard on your degrees or who have completed your degrees. The best of luck to you. Thank you.
I didn't have my agenda in front of me, and I was like, I need to find the agenda. Who's after them? It's me. Okay. Dennis and Starla, that was very, very nice and touching to hear. You know, I got to meet Harley and Ethel and bring students to meet with them over the years, and it was always such a pleasure to be able to see them when they would come down from Minnesota, and I loved hearing their accent from Minnesota. They were such sweet people, and I was very, very sad to hear of their passing. So thank you for continuing their giving, their legacy. It means a lot to us. So I just wanted to say that really briefly. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jonna Hargens-Brown. I'm the Director of Scholarships and Grants for Bellevue University. And as Mary Hawkins already said, welcome to our annual American Dream Scholarship Graduation Luncheon. We're very grateful to have all of our generous donors and dedicated board members here with us today, because you are truly the reason that we are able to celebrate the achievement of our scholarship recipients. This academic year, though, we received over 1,500 scholarship applications, and we've awarded 760 scholarships so far. And I say so far because there's still more to be given from our current summer application, which is under review right now. While those numbers represent the awards, they're not necessarily unique numbers of students, but they show just how many lives have been touched by your support. Among this year's recipients, 93 students will graduate or have graduated with a donor-funded scholarship. Students who, without your help, may not have been able to continue or complete their education. And as you may have seen inside your program is a list of all of their names. And obviously, not all represented here today because they're busy and they have busy lives working, taking care of their families, and doing all the wonderful things that many of them are doing. But each of these students were carefully selected through one of our 5 application and review and award cycles that we hold each year. And thanks to our third-party platform that we utilize, Community Force, and the efforts of over 100 dedicated Bellevue University employee scholarship reviewers who volunteer to read and score every one of these applications, which we have 3 reviewers to every application, to ensure fairness and thoughtful consideration, we have been able to award these students. Behind the scenes, I would regret if I did not say my incredible team, Abby Marshall, Catherine Goetz, and Rebecca Hampson, along with the broader Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships, worked tirelessly, and I mean tirelessly. It's been a lot of that over the last year, supporting the students from application through award disbursement. We provide, though, more than the funding. We build systems that support our students' success, follow up to ensure that they're staying on track, and that we connect with them to make sure that they're receiving the support services that they may need to thrive, because it's more than a check that you're giving. Still, each year, unfortunately, we do have to say no to deserving students. And not because they aren't qualified, but simply because the need outweighs the available funds. And as economic pressures continue to grow, and as federal aid becomes more uncertain, the demand for private scholarship support is only increasing. So today, as you look around the room and at your table and see the students that you have impacted, and those names as you look through the list, and if you attend our graduation ceremony in June, we hope you feel proud. And we hope that you'll continue to walk alongside us as we support even more students in reaching their goals and in realizing their American dream. So thank you for making all of this possible for them. All right, so enough of me, because I'm boring. So now I would like to turn your attention to the screen as we're going to hear a short video testimonial of one of our former scholars and now BU alum. Her name is Beverly Duran. She couldn't make it, she couldn't travel here because she's traveled somewhere else right now. So she is coming to us via video to tell you about her story.
Hi Bellevue, my name is Beverly Duran and I graduated from Bellevue University last year. I was in the teacher prep program. I remember when I got the email that I got the Dream Scholarship. And the Dream Scholarship allowed me to do just that. It allowed me to dream. It allowed me to think bigger. It allowed me to no longer doubt myself. The imposter syndrome kind of went away because I felt like I belong here. Once I graduated, I wasn't sure where my life would go next. I ended up applying for grad school, and this summer I will actually be studying at Georgetown University. If it was not for Bellevue constantly letting me know, Bev, you deserve this. Bev, you belong here. Bev, stop doubting yourself. I would not have applied for grad school. I still keep in contact with multiple people from Bellevue University. I'm a huge advocate for BU. And I'm just so proud to say that that's where I went. It's just such an honor to say that's where I went because they have helped me tremendously. I was able to sleep at night knowing that my school's paid for, knowing that my books are paid for. I was able to focus on my studies and end up graduating being a 4.0 student. And it is because of those that work at Bellevue that allowed me to think bigger. They allowed me to dream, which is exactly what this scholarship's all about. Keep going, guys.
She actually is an influencer for us. So, I don't usually become friends with our students on social media, but I do follow her. And she constantly name drops Bellevue and how great her experience was compared to where she had started prior to coming to Bellevue. One thing she didn't mention that I thought was so fantastic that I thought maybe she would, but the reason why she wasn't able to join us is because she's in Washington, D.C. right now. She applied for the James Madison Fellowship program, and she got selected. And it makes me want to cry for her because she has tried so hard for so long, and she was rejected the first year that she applied. But this year, she was selected as one of the Nebraska Fellows, and she is passionate about history and about the democracy that we have in this country and wants all kids to be able to learn about that and to thrive. And I just saw one posting that she had put up before she left town, has a picture of her and her two kids. They have one of those, those free little libraries that you see people put out? She has one because she's all about reading. She's all about educating, lifelong learning, and her sons have put one out in their yard so that the kids in their neighborhood that don't have the resources for books and for learning can access. And that's just her way, one of her ways of continually giving back. And, that all comes through that impact that we at Bellevue have provided to her. She wants to keep that going somehow. I love that girl. She's awesome. So I wanted to share those things because she didn't, because they're amazing. So had to throw that in there. So at this time, though, we're now going to hear from some of our other amazing students. So we'd love to have you, of course, meet and talk with all of them here, and actually all 93 of them, but I ain't got no time for that. So we're going to go ahead and hear from about 4 of them today. I'll introduce them one by one. They'll come up and tell you a little bit about themselves, who they are, their backgrounds, kind of how they ended up at Bellevue University, what they were studying, kind of where they're going next. And we're going to go ahead and start with Tamara Knight-Williams. Come on up, Tamara.
Thank you. I go by Tammy because my name is difficult for people to say sometimes. It's okay. I am Tammy Knight-Williams, and I am a recipient of this wonderful scholarship. What this has done for me has been amazing. So let me throw some numbers out to you so that you understand what the amazingness is. 9. That's the number of children that I have. I didn't birth them all, don't whoa. I birthed 7 of them, which is still a ooh. 2 came in and I raised them up. 34. 34, and I'm not going to cry because I'm not a crier, I'm a puncher. 34 is the number of years that it has taken to get this degree. I started out as a teen parent in 1991. Don't do the numbers, don't try and do it. But in 1991, I had a full ride scholarship to what was my dream school. And I couldn't finish because I'd become a parent, and that took precedence over my own education. So for 34 years, I have been stepping towards a degree. When I started working at Boys Town University, I saw that we had a deal with Bellevue. And I said, this is it. This is my chance. This is my opportunity. This is what I have been waiting for. 6 of my children are out of the house, grown adults, and they listened to what I said. I stressed to them education. I stressed to them that you have to get a degree and continue to learn for the rest of your life so that you can be a resourceful and a source for other people. They listened. For 34 years, I have felt like a hypocrite because I didn't get that. I learned, I got certifications, I have a wonderful career, but the one thing that I did not have was that degree. Those little letters mean the world to me because I have children with bachelors, with masters. I have one now that's about to become a doctorate. They listened, and I felt like I was not doing justice to my children because it was a do as I say, not as I do. And now, my children get to see me, come June, get my name announced. When I told my baby girl, she's 18, good grief, she's going to college. When I told her that I was going back to school, that girl has been my biggest advocate, my biggest cheerleader. At nighttime, I'm not the only person. When assignments are due, she was up with me because I had about 2 minutes left before I had to hit that button. She has been my greatest advocate. So come a few weeks, my family gets to see her graduate from high school, and then she'll go to UNL, bless you, she'll go to UNL and begin her education as a teacher. And then a few weeks after that, actually 2 weeks after that, she'll get to see me do mine. So I am so grateful, so thankful that my 9 didn't deter things. My 34 actually is now a heck yeah, girl, you have done it. And I'm looking forward to continuing my education at Bellevue to get my master's. So to everyone who has donated, thank you. To everyone who is supporting someone else, thank you. To every student, heck yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna do big things. And I congratulate you all as well. So thank you again, I appreciate it.
Whew, I'm very emotional. Okay, Devin, you're up next. Good luck following that because that was really good. But I'm gonna invite Devin Crocker to come up next.
Hello, my name is Devin Crocker. Bear with me, it's my first public speaking ever. So it's gonna be hard to get through this. Bellevue University's got a soft spot in my heart for what some of the staff here have done for me. So I received the Dream Scholarship. It's hard to describe what receiving this scholarship has done for me through these years. I too was a teen parent. Decided in my late 30s that I wanted to go back to college to prove to myself and to my family that age isn't an obstacle, isn't a hindrance, a speed bump for you completing your dreams, your goals. So I chose Bellevue University because of my hectic life. I volunteer, I'm a full-time parent, full-time worker, and I knew with my hectic life, there was people at Bellevue that would support me, be there for me, to make sure I got through it. Excuse me. I've had a lot of hiccups and hectic speed bumps on my way through my journey at Bellevue. I had a loss of a parent while I was at school. My battle with cancer. I had cancer while I was a student at Bellevue University. I'll do it, but lost my left eye while I was battling cancer. With everything that happened, I thought that, okay, this is a sign I need to step away. And Dr. Hawkins, Shauna, Abby, Wendy, the entire staff came to my side and helped me. We are here for you. You can do this. Don't leave. Stay with it. So I stayed in. If they could give me part of their time and their support, it's the best I can do is to graduate. To show people that if I can do it, you can do it. I am known as a volunteer. I like to volunteer a lot of my time. As an adult in my late 30s, thinking about going back to college, how could I pay for that? Right? I have a responsibility to provide for my family. So when I filled out for Bellevue University, I was told to fill out for scholarships. The step-by-step that the scholarship department helped me with, because I'm not a computer savvy person. I'm lucky if I could log in online properly. So getting the help from Abby of this is how you need to do. Don't forget to submit this. Make sure that you have your hours in. It was unbelievable to know that I was receiving a scholarship. A person that graduated with a 1.1 GPA in high school, bottom of my class, to now going to be graduating with a college degree from probably the coolest college university I've ever been part of. You know, it's amazing. So my receiving this scholarship made me feel like I had to give back. I could tell you I was not a person to volunteer. It was always, what am I going to get out of it? Receiving this showed me that there are people like you who are donating, giving away your time, your funds to make sure that I have the opportunity, or we have the opportunity to graduate and do better for ourselves. I started to do the same thing. I was an abused child growing up through the court system, so I joined BACA. BACA is Bikers Against Child Abuse. We're a nonprofit motorcycle organization that empowers abused children in the court system to take back their strength and not be afraid of the world they live in. I volunteer at Sienna Francis House to help serve meals to underprivileged people that need help. I volunteer at a juvenile detention center in Nebraska to help children who are on the wrong path, to help them become the assets to society that they deserve to be. This scholarship and what you guys have done for multiple students, it's hard to put into words, the appreciation. It takes a burden off of our shoulders of wondering how are we going to survive. Once I received the scholarship and continued to receive the scholarship, it pushed me to focus on my school, focus on my community. And with what I've learned at Bellevue and the guidance and the go to this career fair, just sometimes it's a lot of people throwing information out to you. I got my dream career. I am now the senior superintendent for the third largest construction company in the Midwest. I attest it to Bellevue University for helping me with that, because I always thought I wasn't smart enough or deserving enough to have this. And with the constant praise and you can do this, you deserve this, I took those chances, and those chances have paid off. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for everything that you guys do for us. It is completely changed my life and the lives of my family. And I can never explain or be as grateful as I am for what you guys have done for me. So thank you.
Okay, I lied. He did a really good job. I'm over here crying, yes, I remember many of these conversations with Devin, and I know Abby had quite a few. So we're gonna miss Devin when he's not with us anymore. It's been a long journey, but you have been worth every moment of it. So never sell yourself short. Okay, up next, we're gonna have Bo Ping come up and speak.
One second. Hello, everyone. My name is Bo. Standing here, I feel so great. Thank you for this opportunity to share my experience here. When I decided to go to the college, I chose financial management as my major. I hope that by learning management and financial knowledge, they can prepare to support my family business in the future. So I went to Canada as an exchange student for 2 weeks when I was in the junior high school. This experience left a seed in my mind to push me for study abroad. I really want to experience a different culture and different lifestyle. When Bellevue University and my home school in China offer a double degree program, I took it, and here I am. As you know, I'm an international student. My English is not my first language. It's still difficult for me to understand the professor's explanation and participate the classmate discussions in the class. In particular, the professional terms and fast speed, which made me feel so stressed. However, I take as a challenge and attend many on and off campus events as I can to meet so many people and improve my English. In the past 2 years, I received a great of support while studying at Bellevue University. The International Student Service Department, professors and classmates were so very friendly and patient. They encouraging us to ask more questions and participate in class discussion, even though our English was not very good. They will listen carefully and give me confidence. This made me no longer too afraid for maybe making mistake and express my ideas. For my academic at Bellevue University, there is a person I really want to say. I love her and appreciate her so much. Her name is Monica. At first, I knew nothing about the American accounting system and was so struggle on my homework. Monica always used her own time after class to teach me in detail how to use the system like QuickBooks and ESUA. I think Bellevue University is so great to have her. Home and Fund Scholarship is not only a recognition of my study, it's about active participation in volunteers activities and give back to the community. In the past 2 years, I want to say it's the most remarkable time I had was leading our group to attend as many events and companies like Boys Town, Uni-Pacific, and so many local senior centers. I want to thank Bellevue University International Student Service Department for all the opportunity for me to learning and growing. Now I have received an admission notice for the Master of Accounting program at UIUC, and I believe I'm ready for the next journey. Finally, I want to say thank you, my parents, Thank you, Bellevue University, and thank you for your listening.
I thought that was great. Bo, your English is wonderful. I think it's great. Okay, and last we have one more speaker, and we will invite her up, Michaela Blockinger.
Hi, everyone. My name's Kayla. I, like Tammy, decided to go back to school to finish my degree after being out for about 14 years. I graduated high school in 2007. I have 2 young boys. They are now almost 13 and 10, and the last 3.5 years of my schooling have been hard, but they have been so rewarding. I decided to go back to school because I wanted to grow in my career. I work at the med center in the pharmacy department, and I was doing big things there, and I wanted to round it out and have a degree to help kind of move me forward. In my time, I ended up using the confidence from the Dream Scholarship, the security of not having to worry about how to manage bills and work and life with active young boys, to kind of fulfill all the things that I wanted to. I was promoted to supervisor, so while I was going to school full time, I had a team of over 20 people that reported to me. I did a lot of training with them and growing, coaching, one-on-ones, and all of those skills that I learned came from my classes at Bellevue University. I decided to pursue a degree in leadership, but I also didn't let that stop me, and I wanted to double minor. I double minored in organizational communication and business administration. And it really helped kind of boost that knowledge that I needed. I took a lot of hard classes that I sometimes didn't enjoy and some that I really loved, but it got me to where I needed to be. And when the time came and I realized I had bitten off more than I can chew, the Dream Scholarship was there when I took a step back, step down to a lesser role so that I could focus on finishing my degree. I have been out of that role for about 1.5 years now, and I graduated in November. I got my degree and walked in January, and the last few months have been amazing. I am more connected to my family. I have been able to work with my kids. My son plays soccer, and his team needs extra support, so I was able to use my skills that I learned at Bellevue to become their team manager, and things like organizing schedules, things I did as a supervisor also kind of translated, which was nice. Recently, I have learned that my son's school is new to the OPS. He's at Blue STEM Middle School, and they had no parent-teacher organization. So me and a couple moms got together, and we have officially started a PTO where I have been able to help build a foundation for their school so that they can be successful as well. I found passion at Bellevue University in leading others. So my focus now has been on working on ways to train other people and to coach other people, because that is what I got with my schooling at Bellevue. It has been wonderful, and I can't say thank you enough to the donors, to the staff, everyone, Abby, who's been amazing every time I email her. And I don't think anyone said it yet, but to our advisors, Susie really took me under her wing the second semester, Susie Bang, and she did not follow me through to my graduation, but I made sure to seek her out and thank her for all the support that she gave me. She helped me accelerate my degree when I needed to, and reminded me that it was okay to take breaks when I needed to do that as well. So thank you all.
Well, hopefully that gives you a little bit of a taste of the diversity of our students and the experiences that they bring and have had at Bellevue University, and goes to show how your generosity has impacted their lives and how it impacted their lives and going forward, I guess you could say, now with Michaela already being done. So at this time, we are going to honor our scholarship graduate recipients with certificates, which I have for you up here. I would like to invite Julie Verbley, who's our Director of Global Partnerships, up to the podium to assist me. And if I could have Dr. Mary Hawkins, President of Bellevue University, and John Erickson, our Vice President for Advancement, join us to help us. All right. So we'll call you up, and then we'll hand you your certificate, and then afterwards, we're gonna bring everybody back together, probably in the back, to do a group photo, so no taking off. No one is to leave. All right, Savannah Austin Berger. Here, let's get us out of the way. We don't want to get away. We're not being boring people. No, you are. Michaela Blacklinger.
Ci Xuan.
Heather Crawford. Devin Crocker.
It's kind of weird. Oh, okay. This one?
That makes sense. Yep. Kelsey Dennis.
It's okay. We're not bad. Yeah.
Aiden Elijah. I don't know where she went. Melissa Hardicke, although I think she may have stepped out, so we'll hold on to hers. I think she may have stepped out. Tamara Knight Williams. Anthony Lind. Gilbertina Nionzima. Michael Payne.
安博。
Puna Podel. Oh. Oh. You can always have these too. Austin Cheever. Robert Stewart.
田心怡。王浩宇。
Caleb Wooten.
吴杰。曾浩鹏。廖子川。
Okay, thank you. That's all of our recipients that were able to join us today. So I'm going to ask John Erickson. He's going to say a few closing words as we finish out today. And thank you all for joining us. So John, all right.
Well, I don't know, Mary. I don't think I've ever seen us get through this part of the program with 10 minutes left before the hour. If Mike Summers were here, he couldn't be. He would be really proud of us. But let's get through it, because I want to do a couple things after we get done, and my remarks are going to be really short. You've heard what you need to hear today, but I need to say a few things. I want you to have some time with the students. We do have cookies at the table, and we do want you to spend some time with our students. We were intentional to sit you with them, because today we honor our students, and this day is all about them. So let me just say a few things. I want to thank all of you who made this event possible through your support as students. Today, we celebrated the accomplishments of these students and honored our donors, each one in this room. All of you whose encouragement and support has provided our BU students an opportunity to dream big for their futures through a Bellevue University education. I think our president, Mary Hawkins, said it best in her welcome. Your partnership is important to fulfilling the important student-centered mission of Bellevue. We simply couldn't do it without you. The American Dream Scholarship Program is making such a difference for our students and university, and we thank you. Because of your commitment, our students will have unlimited possibilities for their futures, and you heard a little bit of it today. I mean, my words mean nothing. Theirs meant all. Jonna, I got teared up. What a great, great chance to celebrate their accomplishments. Jonna shared with you the impact of the American Dream Scholarships, and in your program, you can read more. I'm not going to go through it, but it's making such a difference. I want to say that we will work hard to live up to the expectations that your support places on us to be good stewards of your generosity. As we look to the future, we will continue to be committed to growing this program as a way to assure all students are able to access a quality education in ways that fits their personal journey, helping them find good jobs, better jobs, and their true path for their future. It's not about us, it's about their path, and Bellevue's going to be there for them with your help. Starla and Dennis, I am so, so glad that you came out today. We remember Harley and Ethel Urbane through your words. I don't know if you guys knew, a lot of people did in this room because Harley and Ethel were long-term supporters of ours. They came to this luncheon every year, didn't they, Jonna? Every year. I didn't have a chance to meet Harley, but I met Ethel. And you can't imagine a more committed, more dedicated, more true supporters of Bellevue University. And Starla, Dennis, you continuing their legacy means so much to us. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for honoring your parents through your testimony today. And I know you didn't want to do it, but thank you for doing it. So, so, so special. And now I got to thank the students. Boy, what great stories. Thank you for sharing these stories. I know you don't want to share it, and you do because we asked you to. Thank you for sharing those stories with us because you are our true heroes. You're why we exist, and we appreciate you so very much. We're proud of your accomplishments, overcoming obstacles at times, and we know you'll continue to do great things, and we want to hear about those. Jonna and her scholarship team, thanks for the long hours of matching students with scholarships. It's a big deal for us. The stewardship of the donors who are in this room means something to us, and the diligence that you give to this process means everything. And lastly, I have to thank the advancement team. We're on schedule. I think we're going to get out of here almost right on time. So thank you, everybody. Chet, thanks for all your work on this. Natalie, Kat, Ann, Chris. We have so many people to thank today, but Bellevue University is a team effort. So everybody in this room makes it happen for our students. So now, with our last 3-4 minutes, I want you to talk amongst yourself, have a cookie, talk to your students, because that's why we're here, and then we'll have pictures in the back. Thanks so much for coming. We appreciate you very much.